You want to hear a story about how me and this bitch fell out? It's kind of long, but it's full of suspense.
It's showtime.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Nita, your favorite diva, and I am back to do a movie review. The movie that I'm reviewing for you today is Zola. Zola is written and directed by Janica Bravo. She's written on some notable TV shows such as Atlanta, Them, and Dear White People. So she's somewhat of a young, up-and-coming artist new to the scene. So congrats to her. The movie is starring Taylor Page. You may know her from Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. She was Viola Davis's girlfriend in that movie. And we have Riley Keough. She played in Mad Max Fury Road. We have Nicholas Braun, and we have Coleman Domingo. We even have a return of Jason Mitchell in this movie. You guys know who Jason Mitchell is from the Shy fame. His fall from grace at the Shy Showtime. He got wrapped up in all of these sexual harassment allegations, which led to the swift demise of his career. So I was pleasantly surprised to see him getting work and him being in this movie. I was equally surprised to see T.S. Madison. She is in a trailer, so that's not a spoiler. She was hilarious. Zola is the infamous story of how a tweet storm turns into an indie film. So now we have Zola. A24 picked it up. A24 is a small studio that picks small creative films and put them to the big screen. It showcased at Sundance in 2020 and was one of the ones that made a lot of buzz in them streets. So now, here it is in theaters. So let's talk about it. The movie clocks in at 1 hour and 26 minutes. Is categorized as a comedy crime drama. The premise is a stripper named Zola embarks on a wild road trip to Florida and madness ensues. And that is all I'm going to say because this is a spoiler-free review. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're a part of the squad, you already know what it is. I watch movies, so you don't have to. I let you know what I like, what I didn't like, and everything kind of in between. And then I let you know whether or not you should know or go see it in theaters where it's currently exclusively streamed. At. So let's start off with the good. The movie has a terrific cast to build this type of style of movie around. First off, can we just get out of the way how beautiful and stunning Miss Taylor Page is? Baby, that body stands across the board. She looks really good in this movie, and because she is an exotic dancer, you get to see that showcased. Okay, so anyway, she's gonna do really good in Hollywood. I really like her. Riley Keough, she did an excellent job. She's the white girl over there. She did an excellent job with her performance. She had the heaviest weight to pull in this movie. Some of the things that she had to do and pull off really needs to be acknowledged and applauded. And I'll leave it at that. Coleman Domingo is absolutely terrific. What is he not terrific in? He is so underrated. He is this mysterious character that you don't really know too much about, and he pulls off this charisma and the menace, and he pulled it off very, very, very well. The story was interesting and intriguing, just like she said. You know what? In 2015, I did hear about this Twitter storm. I remember because Ava DuVernay, I follow her. I heard about it, and I heard that somebody tried to pitch it to her to make it a movie. This doesn't seem like DuVernay's bag, but I think with her, somewhat being interested in it and talking about it, we have us a movie. Although I didn't read the Twitter storm, but the way the director styled it, it felt very much like a Twitter storm. The dings, the blings, the fast pace, all of the typing and the communication, the phone ringing, and the tweets that was on the screen, the narration that you heard kept the movie very young and fast paced and very modernized, where it felt very social media heavy. Where the movie faltered for me is that irritating ghetto accent they both had.
Take road trips together.
Be ready by 2.
It's just a nitpick, but it's there nonetheless. There were a couple of repetitive things that was going on in the second act, and the second act is where I felt most uncomfortable, is where the movie took a turn for the worse for me, and it kind of dragged the pace because I just didn't want to see it over and over again. So that's just me, y'all. Listen, it's just me. I was terribly uncomfortable with the subject matter of the movie. It's definitely a dark comedy because I was laughing, but I was cringing at myself because I was laughing. It was very, 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 it was, I don't know, it was out of body. Like, I was like, if I was looking at me, I would be looking at me like this. So, yeah. So, it's definitely a dark comedy because the subject matter was very graphic in the way it was executed on film. It was so uncomfortable for me to watch. It made me feel gross. When I tell you this movie is an R-rated movie, it's an R-rated movie, and just trust me. I was taken aback by some of the humor because it kind of felt conflicting. It kept like talking when you're talking about consent versus no consent. I'm not going to get into it much. The trailer touched on it, and if you heard about it in 2015, you probably know what I'm talking about. But in making this dark comedy and some of the jokes around it, it just felt like they were trying to normalize something that was so gross to me. No shade. Like I said, there's this consent and no consent. It just did not sit right with me as a woman most of the time of the film. Also, too, the movie ends terribly abruptly. It may not feel like that for some, but it definitely felt like that to me. I kind of wanted to know what the ramifications were. What was the aftermath after this crazy road trip turn disaster? Like, I just really wanted to see kind of, maybe just like a flat, like even if it was just a note card to say something. Child, I don't know. I just really wanted to know, what was the ramifications. So before I give you my overall thoughts on A24's Zola, why don't you please take a moment and follow me on social media? It's right there. So for deeper recommendations, I have J-Lo Hustlers, Spring Breakers, and Cajillionaire. And I believe Cajillionaire is another A24 movie. So I give Zola 3.75 out of 5 stars. I hesitantly say go see it in theaters or possibly just wait for it in streaming. It was no big deal to see it in the theaters unless you just really wanted to see it and support it. I think it would be a love-hate for people. For me, it's a one-time watch. I wouldn't watch it again. I liked it for what it was. So, what did you think about Zola? Chime in the comments and let me know. Are you interested in seeing Zola? Have you seen the trailer? What do you think? What do you think about what do you think about what I thought about the movie Zola? Make sure you leave it in the comments. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. All right, bye.